And boom. Just like that, you have now witnessed about 14 different shots that are all references to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure itself, and that was within 5 seconds. To briefly explain each shot used in the first opening, they are all more or less iconic panels and moments from each Joestar. Jolene's declaration to save her father, Giorno's gangstar pose in Dream, Josuke is ready to fix that, Jotaro and Joseph doing what they do best, kicking ass or being a smart ass, all to bring it to the origin point of the entire story with our first protagonist, Jonathan Joestar. I just went on that whole spiel because I thought that single part of the opening was dope. But it's not just that opening filled with references to its own series that was cool. The references used throughout all of JoJo are some of the best part of the series. Let's talk more about that. So, of course, one of the big things on why people do love JoJo is because of all the references in and out of the series that's used. Be it insane or bizarre, mandatory requirement of using the word bizarre in a JoJo video, check. Anyways, yes. Any reference you can think of spread far and wide to and from the series is what makes the Bizarre Adventure. Be it from the ludicrous amount of memes and jokes that have been made from the past, well, almost decades since the anime aired, but as long as JoJo's been a thing on the internet relatively. The anime is when the series truly started blowing up in the West at least, and more specifically in the United States. Funny Valentine would be proud, I guess. But to really break it down like Great Days and the boys from Passione, why I really do believe the references are the best part of the series is just how far you can just keep searching and learning about how and why Araki did this and that for one specific character or event, all because it would have been a reference to something he thought himself was cool or fitting for the moment. The biggest examples without a doubt being the massive amount of fashion, poses, and musical illusions that are in the series. And that's what impresses me so much, honestly. Araki goes above and beyond when it comes to these things. Like for the Vento Arreo gang, their attires are definitely out there, but it just makes you think who would draw and make their main group of characters look like this, and what sparked that idea? Well, apparently it mostly comes from the 1990s Gucci and Versace fashion magazines for Abbacchio, for Narancia, and Giorno, and so on. Oh yes, the golden boy Giorno got the special treatment for sure. The number of various references that were used to make him and everything he's about is pretty damn spectacular. The fashion, the poses, right down to his unique blonde swirly hair, nearly each bit and piece that was used to cultivate a lot of the things he does for his character comes from something else that Araki loved. Be it Prince, be it all the fashion magazines, be it all the music he loves, just everything you can think of. Hell, even the famous Muda rushes that he and his father are known for, it was pretty much just put in the story to be a callback to Dio's stand cry itself. The same can be said for a number of other characters. Jolene has a fair share of inspirations that were used to make her character what it is. Same goes for other parts and other characters, such as the people in Steel Ball Run. Like, it's crazy to think how much effort is put into this sort of thing, where you would think it's just, that's kind of weird, but then realize, oh wait, it actually had meaning and thought put behind it? Okay, that's cool. And where would this video be if I didn't bring up the stands, of course? Pretty much since the start of Diamond Is Not Crash, see, I'm cool, I used the original name, music references were certainly becoming more prevalent. Crazy Diamond, Killer Queen, featuring not David Bowie, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and jumping ahead to JoJolion with it now being the trademark of the series for sure. I could just list off all the songs and bands that have been used in the story, but to really show you how far and powerful the references go, not even just from like music standpoints, it comes from one of the newest stands that appeared in the story currently in Part 8, JoJolion. So, of course, spoilers for those who aren't caught up completely with that part, or for those who care. Most of what I'm about to bring up is explained a lot more in detail by Xforts on YouTube with his video on the crazy facets that were used for this stand. Great man, great channel, and great apparel with Break Free. I'm not even sponsored by him or anything, I just really like the clothing line. Back to the main topic, one of the newest enemies that's been shown off is the Wonder of You stand, which has so many references added to it, it's almost unbelievable. I don't want to necessarily repeat all of what X-Fort has said from his video, but the stand has a lot going for it, for an enemy, the theme of what it does, its power and design, its origin, everything about it. I can say my favorite part about it is that the fact that every once in a while it'll start scatting like a scat man, because that's a reference to the style and genre of music where most of the design comes from. It's amazing. Again, if you want more detail about the stand, go watch X-Fort's dissection on it. Now, with me even geeking out about every other thing, I'm not trying to say that Araki is the first and really only mangaka to use references within his work. Far from it, of course. Look at My Hero Academia. The whole series is an enormous nod to Marvel and DC Comics. Horikoshi sure loves his superheroes from America. One Piece also has a good number of things that are references. Locations and how the islands operate are all one big cultural shock, with every other major island being based off of some place in the real world. Look at the newest, and so far longest, arc in the series, Wano. It's just all Japan. Everything is just Japan. That's it. And I know this last one will sound kind of out of left field, but if I'm right, the author of Rent a Girlfriend uses actual fashion magazines as well for the girlfriend characters' outfits in the series and on the covers as well. So that's neat. Jojo takes all of that to the next level. Like, only Araki could have the mindset of creating my favorite stand from only looking at an album cover that was just a pair of jeans and a zipper on it, and that's how Sticky Fingers was born, apparently. Just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The character and stand designs, the names, the poses from fashion, music icons, using Greek and Roman statues, and sometimes entire arcs that reflect the main thread which ties into the song or band of the newest stand revealed at that time in the story, and even right down to the dialogue is how Jojo makes references work, and it's the best part about the series. I truly love it. It's one of the few series where I can just spend so much time looking at all the pictures and references that were used to make this one thing or decision and be intrigued to learn more and just want more. It's just so great to look at. I'm surprised there isn't an art book dedicated to just all of the references that Araki used in the story. I know some of the other art books and collectibles have them give some insight on how something was made. I suggest that if you have the time to go to one of the wikis that have all of the references that have been used, it's like an internet museum. I'll probably link it in the description or pinned comments, so yeah. So yeah, that is pretty much the video on the references of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I mean, they pretty much speak for themselves, but it is really something where it's just like, oh wow, why is like this character dressed up like this? And then, you know, after just scouring the internet, people find out that like it's based off of this like one picture or like these group of people and stuff. The same thing goes for, you know, again, character designs, even sometimes like the volume covers as well that will be on like most of the Jojoniums now from like part 4 to part 5 and onward. Like they all come from something. That's the best part about it. They just all are inspired by something. So it's just really neat to see how much it just connects to other things. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You know what to do with all the links that I provide and everything of the sort. Stay safe out there. Thank you for watching. That's greatly appreciated, of course. Have a great day, have a great night, and everything else you know what to do.